So I live by proxy. I send my man out and he reports back. This is not true. My man is not my man, and nor do I send him out. I wouldn't know where to send him out to, in truth. But I get bulletins from the front, dispatches brought to my bunker. He sits with me here from time to time, and he tells me things of what goes on in the world, that portion of the world with which he comes into contact. For although his range is broader than mine, I know it's narrower than some. So I get a slice of life, as the phrase used to be. His reports are very dull. He sits opposite me on the other side of his desk, takes out his notebook from his inside jacket pocket, and gives me the particulars, as he likes to call them. The particulars go something like this. 17th August, weather as previously. Proceeded by car to the vicinity of Target, reached 10:17. Target as described previously in location, previously ascertained. Delivered package as instructed. Returned to and briefed client. Client satisfied. It varies from time to time. He might go by scooter or on foot rather than by car, for example. He might not deliver a package but merely follow the target for some little time. The weather never varies, nor the client's satisfaction. It has always been clients and never clients. An oddity, perhaps. The date changes too, obviously. Perhaps it's always been clients' satisfaction and never clients because he prefers to work for one individual. Or perhaps individuals only ever seek him out as if one person alone recognise another loner and trusts him on that basis alone. These things could be cleared up, I'm sure, if I were to ask. I could merely say, Mr. Samuels, do you only ever work for individuals, and is that your own choice, or a matter of circumstance and coincidence? That is far too complicated a question. I would have to rephrase it or create a series of questions that could only be answered yes or no. But for that to happen, we would have to talk. And we do not talk in the sense of have a conversation, if my memory of what a conversation might be still holds true. My dear man, good morning. Are you well? I am very well, thank you for asking. And you? Oh, you know. No, my dear man, I do not know. The same niggle in the knee. Oh, I am so sorry. Have you not applied that new unguent I recommended? I have, but with some little success. Well, I am flabbergasted. But why? I was assured that the unguent would cure all knee-related complaints. I myself have benefited from it greatly. And yet I have not. And yet you have not. Curious. Most strange. Odd. Odd indeed. Will you take a seat? I will, thank you. If nothing else than to relieve the niggle in your knee. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That sort of thing. That is the sort of thing we do not do to avoid confusion. Instead, Mr. Samuels ploughs through his notes with his customary monotone, his notebook open before him, although he knows it all by heart. When he finishes, he places the notebook back in the breast pocket of his brown suit and adopts an attitude as if open for questions. I might have that wrong. He adopts an attitude, but what it means, I'm not sure. He does the following. Rests back in his chair an inch or two, inhales, exhales, then crosses his leg right over left. And might I add that he crosses his legs properly. He does not rest his ankle on his knee, spreading open his crotch area for all to see. No, the cup of the right knee sits snugly on the left, and the right foot threatens for a moment to tuck itself behind the left calf before declining to do so. Crotch and environs safely stowed. I don't ask any questions, save one. Were you satisfied? Within the parameters of the case, I can say that I was satisfied, he would say. We would sit on a while, he on his side of the desk, me on mine, and consider satisfaction with some satisfaction. Then he would leave. He's not been here for a long time. How long, I'm not sure. When Cass left, he seemed to also, after a polite period to save face, I suppose. So even my limited window on the world has been shut or pulled to. Where do you wander, Mr. Samuels? And what, Mr. Samuels, do you wonder?